Honduras, the Emerald Heart of Central America. No gimmicks this time, just pure adventure, mystery, and the vibrant heartbeat of one of Central America's most captivating lands, Honduras. This isn't your typical travel brochure kind of country. This is a place where ancient civilizations still whisper in jungle ruins, where coral reefs shimmer under turquoise seas, where entire towns celebrate when fish literally fall from the sky. Welcome to Honduras, a land of extremes, contradictions, and unforgettable stories. Geography, the land between two worlds. Honduras sits like a rugged emerald in the middle of Central America, bordered by Guatemala and El Salvador to the west, and Nicaragua to the southeast. It's one of the few countries in the world blessed with two coasts, the Caribbean Sea to the north and the Pacific Ocean to the south. Most of the population lives closer to the Caribbean side, where fertile valleys and vibrant port cities dominate the landscape, while the south faces the calmer Pacific, separated by volcanic peninsulas and sleepy fishing towns. The country covers about 112,000 square kilometers, making it slightly larger than Iceland and about the size of the U.S. state of Tennessee. About 80% of Honduras is mountainous, with ridges and valleys slicing through the heart of the country. These rugged highlands create countless microclimates, humid rainforests in the east, dry pine-covered slopes in the west, and cloud forests near the center. The capital city, Tegucigalpa, lies in a deep mountain bowl in the Francisco Morazan department. It's a lively, sprawling city of over 1 million people, a place where colonial churches share space with buzzing traffic and street vendors selling bailadas, Honduras's favorite tortilla snack. The city's airport, Toncontín International, is infamous among pilots. It's ranked as one of the world's most dangerous, with steep mountains and unpredictable winds forcing pilots to perform heart-stopping turns on approach. Up north, San Pedro Sula is the industrial powerhouse, nicknamed the city that never sleeps. It's the business heart of Honduras and home to the country's busiest airport, Ramon Villeda Morales International. Many international companies operate here, and the city has become one of Central America's most bilingual urban centers, with a large English-speaking workforce serving global call centers and businesses. A nation of islands and jungles. Offshore, Honduras owns about 20 Caribbean islands, collectively known as the Bay Islands, Roatan, Utila, and Guanaja being the most famous. These islands are a paradise for scuba divers and marine biologists. They sit on the second-largest barrier reef in the world, the Mesoamerican Reef, which stretches from Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula all the way to Honduras's northern coast. Roatan is the largest and most developed, boasting luxury resorts, while Utila is a backpacker's dream, known for its cheap diving schools and laid-back vibe. Guanaja, more remote and forested, was where Christopher Columbus first landed on Honduran soil in 1502. Then there's Banaca Key, often called the Venice of Honduras. It's one of the most densely populated islands on Earth, home to thousands of people packed into an island barely a square kilometer in size. Beyond that lie the mysterious Swan Islands, once used as a secret U.S. weather station during the Cold War, and even farther north, submerged coral banks like Misteriosa and Rosario, which belong to Honduras's vast marine territory. Back on the mainland, the east of Honduras is a world of its own. The La Mosquitia region, spanning over 15,000 square kilometers, is a dense rainforest that remains one of the most untouched ecosystems in the Americas. It's home to the Rio Platano Biosphere Reserve, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that shelters over 2,000 species of plants and hundreds of animals, tapirs, jaguars, scarlet macaws, manatees, and even elusive harpy eagles. Within its misty depths, explorers believe lies the legendary White City, or City of the Monkey God, a mythical lost metropolis said to be overgrown by jungle and protected by curses. In 2015, archaeologists actually discovered ancient ruins that might confirm the legend. Meanwhile, the Western Highlands are where history sleeps. The Copan ruins, near the Guatemalan border, are among the most intricate and well-preserved remnants of the ancient Maya civilization. The site boasts a massive acropolis, hieroglyphic staircases containing the longest known Mayan inscription, and ball courts where the elite once competed in sacred games. Copan was a major Mayan cultural center for over 2,000 years, home to powerful rulers like 18 Rabbit, yes, that was his actual name. Nature, volcanoes, and fish falling from the sky. The Honduran landscape is alive with natural drama. The country's highest peak, Cerro Las Minas, reaches nearly 2,870 meters and towers over the Salac National Park, a lush mountain forest where clouds swirl through towering pines and waterfalls plunge into hidden valleys. In the south, the Pacific volcanic region features the dramatic Isla del Tigre, a perfectly conical volcano rising from the Gulf of Fonseca. Though dormant, it stands as a reminder that Honduras shares its fiery geology with its Central American neighbors. But perhaps the most surreal natural wonder happens in the small town of Yoro, where every year it literally rains fish, lluvia de peces. After powerful storms, hundreds of small fish appear flopping in the streets. Some scientists think underwater tornadoes suck them up from nearby rivers, while locals insist it's a miracle from God. Either way, it's the only known fish rain phenomenon in the world, celebrated annually with a festival and parade. People and culture. Honduras is home to about 10 million people, mostly mestizo, a mix of indigenous and European ancestry. There are also vibrant indigenous and Afro-Honduran communities that preserve unique traditions. The largest indigenous group, the Lenca, once spoke their own language before it went extinct in the 20th century. The Mosquito people live deep in the eastern jungles, often traveling by dugout canoes through rivers instead of roads. Along the Caribbean coast, the Garifuna, descendants of African and Caribbean peoples, bring music and dance to life with traditional drumming, punta rhythms, and colorful festivals recognized by UNESCO as part of the world's intangible cultural heritage. Religion in Honduras is a fascinating mix. It's the most Protestant country in Latin America, with about 40% of the population identifying with various evangelical movements, while most others remain Catholic. Despite religious differences, celebrations like Holy Week in Comayagua, famous for its intricate sawdust carpets, bring the entire nation together in faith and color. Life, food, and everyday rhythm. Daily life in Honduras runs to the rhythm of marimba music, sizzling street food, and the hum of motorbikes on narrow streets. The national dish, bailadas, are thick flour tortillas folded with beans, cheese, cream, and often eggs or avocado. Other favorites include tamales, pastelitos, and sopa de caracol, a rich coconut conch soup inspired by Caribbean flavors. In rural areas, you might find locals enjoying roasted iguana or turtle eggs, though these are becoming less common due to conservation efforts. Hondurans are famously warm-hearted and proud of their resilience. They call themselves catrachos, a nickname born from the national hero Florencio Xatric, who fought against foreign invaders in the 19th century. They greet you with "¿Qué onda, mage?" "What's up, buddy?" and often end a sentence with a cheerful "check," meaning "all good." A history of struggle and strength. Honduras's story is one of survival and reinvention. The region was once a thriving center of Mayan civilization before Spanish conquistadors arrived in the 1500s. After centuries of colonial rule, it gained independence from Spain in 1821, briefly joined Mexico, and then became part of the Federal Republic of Central America before finally emerging as its own nation in 1838. The 20th century brought political instability, foreign influence, and the infamous Banana Republic era, when U.S. fruit companies controlled vast parts of the country's economy. In 1969, a short but bizarre conflict with El Salvador, known as the Soccer War, broke out after tensions rose during World Cup qualifiers. Then came decades of military coups, civilian uprisings, and economic turmoil. In 1998, Hurricane Mitch devastated the country, killing thousands and setting back infrastructure by decades. Yet, Honduras rebuilt, slowly but determinedly. Today, the country continues to battle poverty and crime, particularly from drug trafficking networks that use Honduras as a corridor. Still, most Hondurans just want peace, safety, and a fair chance to thrive. Connections and friendships. The United States remains Honduras's top trading partner and a key diplomatic ally. Over 1 million Hondurans live in the US, sending billions in remittances home every year. Regionally, Honduras shares deep cultural ties with Guatemala and Nicaragua, neighbors, rivals, and friends all at once. The country is also strengthening relationships with Taiwan and Colombia, and its Caribbean identity keeps it connected to the wider world through trade, music, and migration. In the end, Honduras is a land of striking contrasts, lush jungles and chaotic cities, tragedy and triumph, danger and deep hospitality. It's a place where the past still breathes through Mayan temples, where the ocean glows with bioluminescent light, and where every person seems to have a story of resilience to tell. It's not perfect, far from it, but it's real, raw, and endlessly fascinating. Honduras is the emerald heart of Central America, beating with storms, songs, and the spirit of a people who never stop rebuilding, never stop smiling, and never stop believing that, even in the rain, something miraculous might fall from the sky.